It's one of my favorite platformers on PS1. The sequel's pretty good too, but nothing beats the original to me. If you haven't played it, I cannot recommend this game enough. It is so fun.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then, the sorcerer returned.
As sorcerers do. Them PS1 graphics, though. I like how he has that big goofy grin upon coming back to life. Like,
it has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue. See? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the savior of the day. But we knows better.
but we knows better.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
So, the controls aren't as intuitive as you would think at first, but they work for what they are. Instead of hitting cross to jump, you hit cross to do a normal attack. Circle is jump. Square is a charge attack, or a powerful swing. You can charge it too. Right now, triangle just defends, but later on you can use it to do a move called the Daring Dash. Which allows our ignoble hero to dash forward, as the name implies. always have such a good time playing this game. The graveyard is a fantastic level to get you used to combat. There's nothing too dangerous here. Just, you know, your run-of-the-mill zombies. Come on. You can use the R2 and L2 buttons to circle the camera around, which is a slight bit of a problem for me because my fast forward button on the emulator is R2. So different weapons do different things to different monsters. Each one has like a special weapon that works against them better than others. I thought that was pretty cool. Every time you kill an enemy, you may notice a percentage up there with a chalice. Once that fills up, you can grab the level's Chalice of Souls and go to the Hall of Heroes afterwards, in which you will be rewarded with either a weapon, a shield, or some form of reward. They also lead to the good ending if you get every last chalice, which can be a little daunting, sort of. There are levels where it's much harder to do so. Case in point, Pools of the Ancient Dead is ridiculous, even just playing it normally, but playing it trying to get 100%. The lake isn't much better. That's the level immediately afterward. Your basic zombies die pretty easy to everything, so I wouldn't, like, worry about. So yeah, once you get 100%, that message will pop up. The chalice can now be collected. So we'll go back here to this gate, because that's where the chalice is. Achievement unlocked. Collect a chalice. Let them take care of removing the extra. Oh, heck yeah! Your mentors are awesome, Tira. Congrats. So if we walk carefully along this edge, we can drop down here and get another 50 gold out of this chest. Pretty handy for early game. Also, you'll never really run low on gold playing through the gate normally. As long as you're just not spamming projectile weapons, because you will run out of those. Heck yeah, that's going to be amazing. Okay, we maxed out on throwing daggers. Throwing daggers and the crossbow, which is what we'll get for finishing this level with the chalice collected. The crossbow and throwing daggers are really good on the first boss. So, who here has played this absolute masterpiece of a PlayStation 1 game? Like, the movement isn't perfect in this game, but I feel that kind of adds to the charm because, you know, you are the undead. So now we make our first visit to the Hall of Heroes, which is where we get all of our upgrades, more or less. There's like one or two things we get outside of the Hall of Heroes.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity.
Here, I can't recommend this game enough. You should play it. It is so good. It's so fun.
If worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and it can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners.
Crossbow's actually a really good weapon. It's just...
After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
Exactly. And you should focus on those priorities. But when you have some free time, you know, I'm saying, maybe check this out at some point. Hopefully you will have as much of a blast with it as I have. The last time I streamed this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Ah, okay. So our next level, Cemetery Hill, we'll get our first non-Hall of Heroes upgrade outside of the sword and throwing daggers, the club. The club is kind of rendered meaningless, though, in the regular version as soon as you get the Warhammer. I say kind of because there's still technically a use for it. You can light things.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will
I would like to take a
leave
moment to
this
say
necropolis.
rest in peace to Paul Darrow, the voice of Zarok here. Yeah. Here's our merchant gargoyle for the level, so we can buy more crossbow bolts from him. To get the club, we actually have to start climbing Cemetery Hill. And then fall down here. Oh! Didn't mean to do that. It's okay, though. It is okay. We'll be fine. It's fine. It's all good. The chalice is in here, by the way. A Guide to Covens for Witches and Witchcraft Enthusiasts. A witch's coven would reach the height of its power only when all of their sacred flames were alight. Witches have been known to offer help to the questing adventurer, yet they are reclusive people and have to be summoned by the aid of mystic charms or talismans. Let it be known that help from a witch is rarely given freely, and the witch will more often than not make a request of the adventurer before any such help is given. If seeking to summon a witch, remember that they are quite territorial. Any signs of previous witch activity in an area is a good indication that a witch can be called upon. Okay. We won't get a weapon upgrade this time, but we will get a life bottle from Caney Tim. But now we can climb Cemetery Hill for real? So I want to say that the demo that they had in PlayStation Magazine ended at the next level, but it could have ended after the first graveyard level. Going back to the Hall of Heroes so we can get our third life bottle. There are 15 in total, I believe.
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your Strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Life bottles are kind of your extra lives in this game. So if you run out of those and then you die again, it's game over. Luckily, you can save after every level, so... And I believe there are 20 levels in total in this game. The Hilltop Mausoleum is where our first boss fight is. I love the boss music in this game, by the way. Very, very tense. What we got here? It's a Pikachu. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. You can actually break the glass spikes here, making the trip back up way easier. Hi, buddy. Him's a good Pikachu. By the way, they could actually steal your weapon. Like so. And your default weapon is your right arm. You pull it off and throw it. Oh yeah, we gotta go out this way. I have to pee. I'll be right back, y'all. Excuse me. I'm back. Okay. Thank you. Alright, now before we go down into the basement, because that's how we get the boss up here, and then you can no longer get the chalice after that happens, let's go get the chalice. So you give this ghostly musician the sheet music. That opens up the treasure chest and the chalice, which will give us a new weapon once we get to the Hall of Heroes. I believe it gives us the broadsword. Could be the Warhammer already. Anyway, you move this right here. That gives you extra throwing daggers. And now you're trapped in the boss fight when you go back up. Here we go. I've never let him live long enough to see that attack before, apparently. Yeah, I think it's actually the Warhammer we get right now. And then we get the broadsword and 2 more chalices.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers should check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
Silly gargoyle. Shopping halls don't exist yet. Silly gargoyle.
Ah, Fortescue! What's this I hear about that archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella. Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny Zombie's a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stanier Ironhue, eh?
Now, I forgot something, but we can actually go back to Dan's crypt and get another life bottle. And money. Plus, you can come back here and recollect those 2 treasure chests, meaning you'll never really, like, be hurting for money in this game. we'll return to the graveyard. The very first part of this level is replaying, level 2, the graveyard. Kill as many zombies as you can find, because okay. Stocked on crossbow bolts. This is as far as you can go back in the graveyard level. Because you can't get past that closed gate now. So what we'll do is open up a whole new section. Don't fall in the water, by the way, it's fatal. You're actually supposed to jump across through here, that's where the boss is. However, we've got to make a bridge first, so we got to use this star room we just found to open up a gate down here. Right there is our however, we go this way. Now we can get the chalice, which Stand Your Iron Beaver gives you. I think it's 2 treasure chests at this point. We gotta go through both of these paths just so we can push a block down. And boss time. Let me readjust myself here for a moment. Prepare to battle the Guardians of the Grave. So this isn't terrible. And now we can dash. To dash, double tap forward or any direction really. And to do the daring dash, you hit triangle.
Paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Excuse me again.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Scarecrow Fields, and then I believe the Enchanted Earth, which we can't finish until we've gone this way, so might as well do Scarecrow Fields next. Next Thursday we'll finish this up, probably. Okay. Oh yeah, I believe we gotta go to the... Yep. So the chalice here is a bit tough to explain where it is. You need a special item to get to it in the first place. What's up, boys? Kitties. Oh, hey. Be good to each other. Pol Katura, the Serpent Lord, yearns to fight alongside you, but has been captured by Zarok and sealed within a chest. Free this mighty spirit and earn a powerful ally. Oh yeah, do not wander into the cornfields, that's instant death. So there's a lot of instant death in this part. Aww. Hey. Meow. Oh, babies. I think when we finish with this level, I'm going to call it for tonight. I know. Oh no, you're fine. You are 100% fine, Tira. No worries. On second thought, putting it down for a bit. Way ahead of schedule. Nice. That's amazing that you have just plowed through all of this. You're gonna be tired in August. Yeah, I'll bet. Five. That's great too. And you also want that class runner. I don't blame you. And that is 1/4 of the game finished now.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet, what are you doing back here? Huh? What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
I mean, the funny thing is they're right, but they're not right. The broadsword is better in every respect. You can enchant it too, which makes it even stronger. However, I choose not to. I feel the regular broadsword is fine as is. Sleeping Village is like my favorite level in the entire game. Pumpkin Gorge is not as fun. But, you know, again, we'll take care of this next Thursday. I think for now we're going to call it. This was a very successful stream, having completed Castling. Giant Adventure 2 battle. Anyway. Oh, no problem. Thanks for being here, Tira. As always, chatting, hanging out. Let's see who's online. Okay, Hungry Goria's doing Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Jared Kandra's doing Chrono Cross. Arcus is doing Ninja Gaiden practice. Peeves is doing RimWorld. Let's go say hi to Peeves. Ugh. I'll be back on Saturday and we'll finish the Heck Outbreak then. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night.